What is going on? It is go time yet again. This is Mortar Mike with another Watch Your Realms video. Guys, I had to do this because I almost forgot that this was going on today. There's an extra pack that was in the game and I went ahead and scooped it up because I gotta show you guys what options we can get out of it. You know, people enjoy that stuff. I think people like the summons and such. Plus, I think when I do that, it allows us to get more gems for another chance at the brand new legendary. So that may give us even more. Who knows? If it does, I might have to put it in the thumbnail. But I wanted to thank you guys again. I think we are like right on the cusp of 500 subs on the account, so couldn't be more happier than that, guys. I'm gonna hop into here. Oh, there it is. The main reason I want to get it are the gems on the right. I mean, of course, you know, the actual champs are good, but the options that there are, we can get Morrigan, we can get Cerberus, Kriya, Laseer, Vienna, or Zealous. I don't want Laseer or Zealous. I don't have Zealous, but when you have Laseer, you kind of don't feel like you need Zealous anymore. It's also Vienna. I could take a Vienna because she's going to put Pep in Silas's step, which is awesome. I don't mind getting a Kriya because Kriya is going to get a nice buff coming up where she does more damage and she also adds anti-healing to her kit. So a couple options there. I don't mind a Cerberus because as he gets from A1 to A3, A1 gives him slow in the first time frame of him being on the field. A3 gives him what does he do? I think he does double ground damage, which is insane. And then I think when he gets to A5, he becomes like the Cerberus that dies a lot slower. So it's real nice options. But of course, we're trying to get the Lord here. We're trying to get Morrigan out here. If she shows up, we're gonna be even happier. But let's see what we pull. I think we should give it a shot. And the 200 gems we're gonna use towards the other option on the other event that's going on right now. So see what happens. Got to do extra hand rubs. Let's see if I get something extra hand rubs. Get that stat boost. All right, let's see. Give me a video. Give me a movie. Let's see what we get. I'll take it. Yes, that makes it. Okay, he's still talking. Dope. Yes, that's gruesome. This guy's in bad shape. No wonder he just dies halfway through the fight, but it's cool. We got our boy Cerberus. Cerberus is in the field. He is my favorite champion in the entire game because, let's continue. I can go back to his kit. He's my favorite champion inside the game because he works like a shock trooper. He drops into a spot. He disrupts everything in that spot. He does incredible damage. Then when he dies, he does even more damage and he's very low cost to put back into the field, albeit it does take a while from the comeback. But even when he dies, there's more benefits. So there's high damage. And then he has this ability right here that drops the cost of mage allies. His first cost deployment can drop down crazy low. So right now that says 17. When he's in arena, that drops down to 15. And if you get this leveled up, it goes down to, wait a second, 7, 4. Wait a second, am I missing? Hold on a second. All right, let me do some head maps here because I don't even think he costs that much now. 17, and then he drops by 2, so it's 15 in arena. And then it drops the first deployment by 6. 15 on 6, that's 9. He can cost 6 costs? I really hope I'm not making a mistake of myself and tearing this math up in my head. But I do like the second part. That says reduce the next deployment cost of every allied mage by 1. That's when he dies. So if you have somebody like a Greed on your team that costs 25, when he dies, they cost 23, which is, it doesn't sound like much, but when you're doing a match where you have a whole bunch of mages on your team, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You know, less cost that you have to worry about. You can get those champions out a lot faster. So it's a nice option to have. I'm just saying. You guys should already be familiar with this ult. If you've seen him in arena, you know there's going to be a tough battle ahead because this guy does not take kindly to AoE matches. He is a killer in AoE matches. Crazy, crazy damage. His ultimate does 100% damage as it's fully booked. Can last up to 20 seconds. That's 100% damage per second. Additionally, each instance of damage dealt will inflict 50% slow on the target for 15 seconds, which basically means they're not going anywhere. They're just going to sit in this pool, slowly try to get through, and just take incredible damage. Now, one of my things I like to do is I like to put his little, his little son Aatrox in the fight in front of him. I don't think Aatrox procs any slow, but Aatrox procs good damage, but it's just something else for them to park on because Cerberus has this other ability where that's one version. Where's the other version? He said, there it is. Immediately deals 200% damage, which is awesome. It creates a ward of decay beneath his feet, doing 40% AoE damage. This effect lasts permanently. That's one thing that's great. I think it's got to be a promotion. He has a version, yeah, there it is, a talent. Summons water of decay at the location of the enemy with the highest HP at the cost of 20% of max HP every 14 seconds. So why is this good? Inflicting 30% AoE damage every second for 6 seconds. This is good because he doesn't move, he doesn't really have a big attack. He has a big attack range. It's like the 9 range around him, which is nice. The 9 grid around him. But he also sends another grid of damage out to an enemy nearby and hits all of them with damage, which is awesome. The cooldown, whenever this hero takes damage, the cooldown is reduced by 2, so he does it even faster. And he takes damage pretty consistently, especially if he's in the way of other enemies. So that's cool. This hero cannot be healed or revived by allies. And each death extends the revival time by 30 seconds. That's the one big downside I have of him. He has a really big revival time that's extended as he goes. Aatrox doesn't have that same issue of having giant revival times. So he's allowed to do a lot more stuff in the fight. You want to get Cerberus a little more upgraded to get him even better. But the biggest thing I said here was this hero cannot be healed or revived by allies. He can be healed by the artifact that is the Lunacy Visor. Lunacy Visor artifact. He can be healed by that. He can be healed by 0.7% damage per hit that he does, up to 3 targets per second. He attacks 3 times a second. So you can get 2.1% heals every time, and that's at the lowest level of Lunacy Visor. As it upgrades, he's gonna get even more health back, which keeps him right there in that spot dealing insane damage, which is really good for fights. Trust me, I've seen it in action. I've seen this man solo gear raid 118, like not even buffs around, not even extra buff champs or nothing. Just this guy summoning, getting kills, dying, respawning, repeat by himself. That doesn't tell you this champion is a powerful champion. I don't know what does. As a simple ground champion just sitting there parked and doing damage, it's lovely. So happy to have this guy. I gave a good spiel on him because I really enjoy Cerberus. He's my favorite champion in the game. So I had to brag on him a little bit. And the max level boost is nice, but the problem with the max level boost is I can't use more than one Cerberus in the same piece of content at once. I can't have 2 on the field like I would do in something like a raid. Can't do that here. It's more like dislike rules, like, hey, if you got 1, that's great on you, but that's all. All right, next, we don't have any of these versions. We're not touching this banner, but we have another shot at getting our brand new legendary hero. Guaranteed brand legendary hero. I'm still interested in all the champs you see on screen right here. I'm not gonna do a full rundown. I think that would take too long. You guys came for the pulls. I got some gems to burn. Let's burn. Let's see what we get. I'm just gonna do 20, just 20. Let's see if we get some glass. Oh, okay, well. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of that there. What does that bring our number to? 55, that only brings 10. So I think I have some of these. Good. These are so great to stockpile before the events come up to level up your champions. They are so useful because you just have them on standby. And when you need to level up a champion, I love the speed of being able to do it in this game. What does that bring my number to? I'm pretty sure that takes care of it, right? 220, yes, that's 45 slots. Whenever you have that event coming up, you can knock it out so quickly because champion development is really easy. Very nice. All right. Let us commence the gem burning. Let's see if some glass comes out of these gems, right? Here we go, first 10. We got a tax. We got a tax. It's all good. Got some rebates though. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 180 gems back to us, which is good. And the spiritual altar bonus, which is nice too. All right, I press OK instead of just pressing 880. Oh, we got some more of these. Neat. Now, last 10. Let's see if we get some glass out of this. Come on through, Montan. Let's see if you got options for us today. Here we go. Ah, not glass, but high gas or high fog, whatever you want to call it. If we get 2, I like doing that. Just 1, okay. And the Salt, I can't find a really good spot for the Salt in the game. Not to say that she's a bad champion, I haven't found a good spot for her yet. It's weird because her kit feels like it should be doing AoE damage. There's some abilities that spread to other targets, which is good, but I don't know if it counts as AoE damage. That being said, he or she doesn't attack crowds the way that I want them to. This champ's gonna take a little more homework when I get around to a champion like this to see if they can do an amazing job. It's funny, this is one of those champions that looks like the rarity they are. They look like an epic, or look like, actually like a rare. But hey, that little ball in the hand means they have something special, so they're an epic. That's the Salt. And another Esoterist. If you notice, I'm enjoying the Esoterist faction. They've been giving me some pretty good options out here. So, I don't think I have, oh wait a second, do I? Hold on a second. 8, oh, that's 5 short. Ah, so close, so close. Yeah, so close. All right, well, I might end up doing like another 10 pull later on. Unless I don't think there's any way I can get any gems. I already did the guild boss. I don't think boss will drop some right now. I haven't done this one yet, so they have to do that one. I'm just looking for 5. If I can find 5, I'll do 5. I don't want to purchase 5. But there is the, nope, it's not 5 in there. It would have been nice if it was. Oh well. Okay, yeah, that has been this video. I got my Cerberus, so I'm going to A1 him. Oh, just so you know, before that, I did get a chance to A1 my Cratch. Thanks to Fasty, he told me that he's good in faction trials, and I had to realize, you know what, faction trials is a great area to be useful in, especially in early game of a game like this. And you know, when you get into something like a raid where there's like 700, 800, 900, 1,000 champions in there, you know, faction trials doesn't sound that interesting. But when you're early into a newer game that's been out for like 6 months, faction trials is pretty good to get some good options in there because you're getting a real good head start and you don't have to wait 3 to 4 years for the right champs to come in. So I got him A1, which I'm really happy about that. Where else? Where's the other one? Where's my defender? Boom. Got him A1. I like his A1. It's not very reliable, but it's nice to have. It's a good afterthought to have. And that is, I'm typing up here. When he's attacking, there's a 10% chance to cast fortifying strikes to one ally within 3 tiles. Now, if you know what that is, fortifying strikes is, background and complete the whole thing. Fortifying strikes is one of his passives, and that is right here. So if it's just regular hits, he gives champs a shield equal to 110% of his defense. I can get it to 120. It starts at 100. And if he has the heated state, which is just him hitting a couple times, he also gives a damage increase to that champion of another 10%. And that can scale to 20%. So it's really, really nice that he could just hand out buffs here and there as he's in the fight. I think that's a really cool option. I think he's better against mobs that have like light armor, you know, lower scale mobs. I wouldn't put him up against the one-shotter kind of mobs because they're really strong and he doesn't have an unyielding mechanic in him. But he's a really good buffer and supporter of champions around him. And that's what I like about him. And he can do a decent enough hits to get some kills in there too, which I like. And his hits, if you notice the talent over here, it's his damage scales off of defense. And when he's in a heated state, his attacks have a 30% chance to apply stun on the enemy. This stun is a very short stun. It's only 1 second. Actually, 1 second is not bad for a stun. But here's the kicker to that. His ultimate attacks up to 5 enemies at a time. And if you look at that animation, it is actually a 9 range in the front of him. So it's to the left of him, to the right of him, and then 2, 3 grids are in front of him. So it's a 9 grid in front of him. It is crazy range, way more than you think it is. I put him on like the top portion of the Conqueror mission, the Immortal Codex, the first boss. Faced him downward, he covered the entire area there. So every time he did his ult, he was smacking 5 enemies within that area, which was lovely because he was also handing out shields to Aatrox to keep him alive, so he got to do more damage. And he handed out increased attack, which allowed Aatrox to do more damage along with all the other champions we had. And he was with Wrath, which is, you know, Nightmare Lord. And since they were there, they did 35% faster attack speed. So he was just handing those things out left, right, left, right. And it was really cool to see because I don't have like a Valkyra or Ardea, champs like that. I don't have them yet. They'll come soon, but not yet. But I didn't have champs like that, so I was like, how can I buff these champions? I don't even have a constance. You can't put the lures down. How do I get these champions that I have to be stronger instead of just trying to build up a whole nother champ to do more damage? And he was like, okay, I got you. I'll put stuns on enemies, slow them down. I'll do decent damage, and I'll also buff all of the other champions on the screen right now. So I couldn't be happier. I found content he was great in. I did a video earlier today on the champion. I pulled them. I think I have a good idea of where to use them, but I want to test them first before I make a video reviewing how I like the champion. I think there's one piece of content that champion is going to be amazing in now that I've kind of done a little theory crafting, and I saved my opportunity today to do it. But I believe that's everything for this video. More than likely, I have a video that just posted before this. Oh, wow. I could just click next right now and that video will go live. So let's do that while I'm chatting. Yeah, all the other stuff is updated. Thumbnail is up. Next, 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 and public. Boom. Just made the video before this go live. So I hope that you guys enjoyed what you've seen today. This is once again been Mortar Mike. Oh, and thank you guys. I have to thank you guys. You guys have been commenting in the comment section about the content that you want to see. I think somebody said they want to do a walkthrough on like gear usage. I think somebody mentioned something about artifact content, and I'm working on it already. I've already got it started. So this week, expect to see that content. I asked for it, you guys gave it, and so I'm going to deliver. I appreciate you guys. Happy introduction into 2024. If I don't make a third video today, I believe that I will. I think I have to because you guys are showing up. But I hope you guys have an amazing jump off into 2024. Make plans for 2024 being an amazing year for you. I'm telling you, even if you've had any challenges in 2023, do not let those challenges identify you. You're able to do amazing things, not just in this game. You can pull gold in life too. Y'all take care. This is Mortar Mike. See you guys soon.